Good morning, everybody. This lighting or video quality is really bad, but we're just gonna push through. I think this is gonna be a vlog. Last night I finished Martyr, and it was really good. The ending was really great. Spoilers for Martyr. Now we're gonna talk about it. It turns out that the artist that he was visiting that was dying is his mother. That's crazy. So his mother didn't get on that plane. Her lover got on the plane. Layla? She got on the plane instead. So RIP to her. And so he finds out. It's really sad. Like, I went through this book kind of disliking Cyrus, the main character. Like, I thought he was so, like, self-important and, you know, not a bad person, but obviously a little bit self-absorbed is what I thought of him. And then I ended up just feeling so bad for him. Like, because, he finds out that his mother was alive this whole time and she, like, essentially abandoned him. Like, whatever the circumstances were, like, that's what happened. I like that this is, like, we're kind of supposed to think that this is a book about one person and it's really a book about another person. I like when books do that and when it's done well, and this book did that very well. One thing I did not like was the dialogue. I thought a lot of the dialogue could have just been, like, they could have said the same thing without the characters saying it. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was just all, like, every character in this book is, like, a philosopher and, like, speaks the same. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Overall, the book was very well written. I understand why it won the Booker Prize. I don't know. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I had a little tough point in the middle of the book, but I got through that, and overall I enjoyed it. So now I'm back to Force Majeure, but this is not a book video. I want to say that I woke up with this massive pressure in my eye. So I'm trying not to touch it because it, like, literally feels like I have a black eye. Like, when I went to, like, get some, like, crusties out of my eye and it hurt. So I don't know what that's about, but okay, so today I'm gonna go see my friend's baby for the first time. I'm so excited. But before that, I think that I'm gonna go to the copier and get some zines printed and copied, because I haven't done that in a long time. I had a September zine that I really liked. I should probably fix that up and then get that printed, because it's not in... It was done, and then I decided to add photos, and the photos, like, I didn't know how to do that in Pages, and it completely messed it up. So I have to go back and fix that. But I'm using Canva again, because for some reason I thought that you had to have a paid subscription to Canva to use it, and you don't. So I can still use Canva, which is awesome. Because it's by far the easiest way to make these zines. Okay, so yeah, I have 2 plans for the day besides my steps and my hair treatment and my guitar practice. Those are the other 3 things that I have to do. Okay, so let's see how... Hi everyone, Welcome back to the vlog. Today I did everything. I should probably, well, whatever, I'm not gonna do it, but I got some zines made, and then I went and saw my friend's baby. She was so sweet and cute and adorable and beautiful. So shout out to Olivia. Sorry, I'm like really distracted right now. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Just wanted to follow up because I did have some thoughts. I had some, I guess, updates in my life, even though last time we spoke, which was only a few days ago, I said I didn't. But what I realized is that I did have a major update, and it's not that I'm like proud of this, but I'm also not ashamed either. But I did re-download TikTok. And tomorrow is Sunday, which means I'm gonna get my screen time alert. And I'm not looking forward to that because I've definitely been on my phone a lot. But honestly, I'm doing so much with my life lately. And by that, I mean like all my little things that I do in the day, that I don't even really feel bad about being on my phone, as long as I can keep reading. And that brings me to, I went to the library today to return Martyr, and I was like, I'm just gonna look in and see what they have. I usually always just like go online to request books, but occasionally I'll go in there and like look around and see what they have. And so I just like picked up this random writing book, and I was like, I'll just check this out. Like, why not? And then when I was checking out, the person at the register was like, you know, you have a book here that's been waiting. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I asked her what it was, and it was Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. I completely forgot. I don't even remember when I like requested that book, but now I have it. So I'm gonna read that next. And I started it today. I read about 1 page, but it's a short book, so hopefully I'm gonna read some tonight. And then so yeah. 2 more things I want to talk about. I'm like uncomfortable right now. Okay. I'm listening to Audrey Hobart's new album. I was listening to her singles before her album came out. That song Sue Me, and then the song Thirst Traps, I think, was a single as well, and Wet Hair. And I like all those songs. But now I've finally listened to the whole album, and it's gonna be on repeat for me. It's gonna be on repeat. And my favorite song right now is Phoebe. That's like actually like a really, not gut-wrenching, but it's like it's a really bittersweet song. I like, okay, I don't want to get into this, but like, I like that she is not a victim of her own self-image or like place in society aesthetically. And that's all I'm gonna say. So anyways, my last point is that I've decided to write tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be a big writing day for me, but I've decided I'm going to start writing by hand. I'm working on a novel right now, and we recently came across this big stack of paper. I don't know where it is right now, but it is in my possession somewhere, and it must be in here somewhere. If I lost those papers, they used to be like right up there. I don't know, but I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna use those. Just some good old loose leaf lined paper. Yeah, I'm gonna just, because I get so bogged down in like what files, what documents I'm writing on and for what, and like, is this considered like pre-writing, like am I like planning right now, or am I actually writing? Like sometimes when I'm planning, I'm actually incorporating like prose and stuff like that, and I don't mind that. Like I'm not gonna stop myself from doing that, but also then I get into this like confusing thing of like, what am I actually writing right now? Am I writing the thing, or am I writing for the thing? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I'm going to continue to write notes on my laptop probably, but then I'm going to write when I'm actually writing out things that I like would want to see, or like a version of what I would want to see. I'm gonna write it on paper. So I think that's the plan. Again, this is the overall theme in my life right now. It's like I'm not trying to be precious about where and how and what I'm doing in the process of what I'm doing. If you can follow along, like that's actually very impressive. And if you can't, I don't blame you. But I'm gonna go ahead and go now, and I'll see you guys later. Good morning. I have my writing and my little note cards and my journal, and I've been up for about an hour and a half maybe, and it's going good so far. Have I only written not even half a page? Well, this paper, it's a big paper, so I count like 3/4 of these pages as a page, okay? But it doesn't matter because I'm not going by a page count right now. Right now I'm mainly transferring things from my phone to the note cards, and then from the note cards to the paper. So that's what we're doing, and yeah, I'm having a good time. So I like where this is going, and yeah. Hi everyone, welcome back to the vlog. I'm getting ready currently. Well, I'm pretty much ready. I'm going to work today. Yay. But first I have therapy. So I woke up, I did my steps, and did some other stuff, and now I'm gonna leave in like 30 minutes. I have to run some errands, and then I have to go to therapy, and then luckily my therapy is close to where I work, because I work on the other side of town. Whatever, it's not important, but my therapy is actually pretty close to where I work, so I will have, because I get out of therapy at like 3:50 and I go to work at 6. I clock in at like 5:55. So I'll have some time, and I'm going to use that time to write. So I'm bringing my binder. I had so much fun yesterday writing. What I did is I had a Word doc that I had some just like random notes and stuff for this story that I'm working on. I transferred those to these note cards, these index cards, and then the things that I like, the ideas and thoughts that I had that felt more fleshed out, I would just write down on a page. So that's not ideas, that's actual like writing. So yesterday I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then started 6. But okay, I want to say the reason I love writing by hand right now is because when I had an idea before that I didn't want to bog down in a document that I was already working on, say like I'm working on one scene and then I have an idea for another scene, I don't want to interrupt the scene that I'm working on, and I also don't want to have 30 different documents for the same thing, you know, the same thing I'm working on. This, I literally just start a new page and it's a new scene, and I can add more pages for the scene. I could crumple this page up if I hate it and throw it away. It's just so much easier on my mind, and like it feels so much cleaner. I don't know how else to say it. Like, and I love a legal pad, okay? I'm obsessed with a legal pad. I think it's the most romantic thing in the world, the legal pad, but it's not for me because I think I already said this. Like, I don't know if I should rip the page out or not. There's no ripping out of anything. It is just literally a loose piece of paper. And it has holes in it so I can keep it in my binder. It's just, I love it so much. I'm really geeking on this right now. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I really want to, like, throughout this next month, because I will be working a lot more normally, see how I can fit my schedule that I've been on with my my free time into my work schedule. So this kind of is the trial day because this is the first day of the month. So far I think it's working because I've gotten everything done. I woke up at 10 o'clock, so nothing crazy. I was gonna wake up at 9, but I did wake up at 9, but I didn't go to sleep early. I went to bed at like 2:30 last night. No, maybe like 2. But I wanted to get as much sleep as possible because I am really trying to get more sleep in the night and not day. I took a nap yesterday, and then I was like, I really wish I didn't take that nap because then I couldn't go to sleep. So obviously I'm not taking a nap today because I will not have time for that, but I am going to try to get to bed earlier, and however I need to go about that, I will go about that. But yeah, so let's see where the day takes. Okay, I don't know if you guys are coming through the headphone or just the normal speaker, but I just got through with therapy and had a really good session. I talked about writing the whole time. And I went to Dunkin'. I am outside at I didn't get to park in the parking lot. I had to park outside. I put 2 hours in because I thought that there was a place to sit at this Dunkin', and there's not. So now I'm gonna sit in my car for 2 hours. Not really. But like, I wish there was a way to get your money back from the meter when you don't use all the time. You know what I mean? Like, that was my hard-earned money that's just gone to waste now because I put 2 hours in. I was in there for 5 minutes. So part of me just wants to stay here just to like not waste that money, but I'm not gonna do that because the sun is beating down like very intensely right now. So I'm just gonna go to work and sit in the parking lot, garage, whatever, and write. So yeah, I have my little, I call this my Charlie Brown ring. Does it not remind you of Charlie Brown? Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll see you guys later.